Hello, welcome to the March 27th stream of Skin Deep Development. I am Brendan Chung, and today we are going to continue going through the world of bathrooms in Skin Deep. So here's what we did last time. We did a toilet. It has low flush and high flush settings, which I'm very happy about. So if you pull it this way, it does a low flush, and if you pull it that way, it does a mega flush. And here we have our sink. It is a hands-free sink. You can press your knee here and it will make hot water come out. And if you press this button, it squirts the soap. My tea is done. I'll be right back. All right, and we also have destruction effects on these things. Here's the toilet. Yesterday I added some little chunks that fly out of it. Looks pretty good, I think. And we also have a sink. Yeah, this looks pretty good. I'm very happy with that. So today, to kind of close out the whole bathroom thing we got going on, I was thinking we would do the hand dryer. So let's start modeling that out. I have a very rough version of it right here. Where is it? There it is. Just a cube for now. Yeah, let's flesh out this cube. Let's flesh out this cube. So, the way this is gonna work, I think, is the hand dryer will have a loop of fabric kind of coming out, then going back in, and it'll have a little machine in front that will sanitize the towel. So let's see how that works. We're gonna kind of wing it as we, and just kind of figure it out as we go along. Got that. So I'm thinking this will be for, this will be kind of like the housing for it. We'll go down 6 units. Do that, we do that. Blanca Ball in the chat says, flesh out the cube. Give it a character arc people can care about. I want to root for this cube. This is going to be a very good cube. Trust me about that. This cube's gonna be great. So I'm gonna go in a little bit, close that out. Okay. Actually, you know what? Maybe let's simplify this a bit. Or do I want that? Yeah, okay. So what I was gonna do is I was making a little cave that goes inside it, but I think we can fake that through normal maps. So let's try to do that instead. I think that'll be kind of fun to do. Okay, so let's make the little thing that pokes out. It will be half of a cylinder. Let's see. Yeah, that's too muddy. All right, that's pretty good. Okay, and then we rotate you. No. There we go. And you know what? I wish these lines were a little bit easier to see. I'm going to try to change the our color scheme. Ooh, that's pretty good. Yeah, let's go with that. Save. There's a black line that's a little bit easier to see now. Okay, so let's give you a bigger radius. It's too big. How about that? 7. That's pretty good. I'm wondering if it needs more faces. This should be okay. Okay. Looks pretty good. So we're gonna move you right there. 6. We're gonna delete the faces that we don't need. And I'm gonna extend you out just a little bit. Maybe like 1 unit. Oh, let's do 2 units. There we go. All right, so that's a basic silhouette of what we want. Looks okay. Urban Smash says, just want to say I love all your games. Really excited for Skin Deep. I jump into the stream every few months and love to see your progress. Oh, thank you. That's very nice of you to say that. Okay, looks pretty good. Okay, so what else do we need? We need a little slot for the fabric to come out of. So that could be right here. I'm thinking we can, instead of modeling that out, we will use a normal map again. fake a little cave. We'll have some text here, so we'll need a pretty largish texture so that we can have nice sharp lettering on it. And okay, yeah, let's start modeling set. Okay, so for the fabric, I guess we can make it just a plane, just a flat 2D plane. Let's see what we got. Flare. Compare background. Okay. Yeah, we'll just make it a 2D plane. Plane. Okay, go like that. We drape down. Like so. Looks pretty good. Not bad. So now we want to kind of like make it droop down and then loop back inside the machine. So the model itself is going to be pretty simple. I think the heavy lifting will be done in the texture. So that will be kind of challenging, I think. But we'll figure it out. It's a pretty good loop. Okay. And the way the loop is going to work is that it's going to be a scrolling texture. So we don't actually need to physically model out the entire towel system. All right, I think that's pretty much it for our model. It's pretty basic. Okay, let's check in what we got. Working on hand dryer. Okay. Okay, cool. All right, let's start texturing this up. All right, sorry, let's rig it first. So we are going to add an armature. You know what, before I do that, I kind of want to export it as a model just to make sure that its proportions look good. Yeah, let's just do a quick texture job. We're gonna give you the texture of a gas cylinder. Sure. Export. Yep. So the problem, or the gag, is that if we do the armature and we rig it all up, and then we put it in the game and find out that like its proportions look a little bit weird, it's kind of a pain in the butt and sometimes a little bit dangerous to modify models after you rig them. I've had situations before where my models got completely messed up. So I like to make sure everything looks good before I do any rigging. All right, let's test it out. Let's take a look. Looks pretty good. It's kinda... yeah, that's perfect. I like it a lot. Oh yeah, third person's even better. Like your hands are exactly where the towels are gonna be. Looks good. Cool. I like it. I like it. Okay. So we're gonna revert and undo all that stuff that we just did. Oops. Everything looks good. Okay, revert back. And now let's rig this model. Okay, mesh. Armature, single bone. And go like this. This will be the cylinder thing. Okay. So let's name our bones. You are going to be called Origin. You are going to be called Chamber. All right, so this little towel-y bit is going to be a little bit tricky. What is the best way of doing this? I guess we could do this. Something like that. Well, let's give it a shot. Okay. So, you and you are going to be combined together. You are your own object. Armature, 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 armature. All right, let's start assigning weights. So all of you will be assigned to the origin group. All of you will be assigned to chamber group. Let's test it out. Uh-oh. That did not work. Did I not do it correctly? Chamber, assign. Origin, assign. There it goes. Looks good. Okay. Okay, so those were easy because they're just 100% all assigned to one bone. The towely part, this dangly bit, is going to require us to do a bit more manual work to make it, because the weight will kind of like run a spectrum between this bone, all three bones actually. Okay, well, let's start doing it. So you and you are going to be assigned to the origin bone. Origin, assign. You and you are going to be assigned to the chamber bone. Assign. Looks good. Looks good. Okay. All right, so this is the part where it gets a little bit wiggly. I'm gonna weight paint mode. You know what, just in case, let's check in what we got. Working on rigging. Okay, what is the best way of doing this? So, I want to paint some weights. Radius, strength 1. It's going to do that. Weight. 0.9. Let's try that. Oops. Let's turn that off. 0.8. 0.7. Oh no, it bled over here. Let's try that again. I'm sure there's a better way of doing this, but I kind of only know how to do it this caveman way. Well, you know what, let's try it out. It's kind of robotic, huh? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to here and assign weights to these bones also. Let's see, 0.3. 0.2. 0.1. Let's try that out. It didn't really change anything, huh? Well, let's just keep on going. Maybe it'll work itself out. feel like we might be kind of... Like that looks... doesn't look very good. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's okay. Maybe the trick was we needed 2 bones down here. Well, let's try to make do with this, with our current setup. Okay. Looks good. All right. Looks pretty good. Let's check it in. Finished hand dryer rigging. Cool. All right, let's do some texture work. This is where it's gonna get kind of hairy. But let's see how this works. All right, I'm gonna switch over to I'm gonna turn off my mic for the rest of today's stream. So I'm gonna turn this off. Okay, so we are making this texture. I did these letters to make sure that the fabric UV map is nice and proportional. Because you can see the UV, some chunks are bigger than the next chunk, and so we needed to proportionally UV map it out so that everything looks nice and proportional. Okay, so I think we're going to start texturing this thing now. So first thing we do is we select everything and then we go to UV, export UV layout. I like to do fill opacity 0 and then we export it. So you can see that I made the UV 2048 by 2048, which is Jimungo sized and way too big. But the reason why we do that is because it's easier to make a UV texture, to make a texture that's way too large and then shrink it down. Because you cannot go the other way around. You can't make a smaller texture bigger. So it's generally good practice to start big and then shrink it down to whatever small size you need. Okay, here we go. I'm going to call this UV, and I'm going to lock this layer so that we can't mess it up. In the chat, Blanca Ball says, as an aside, I'm really enjoying the fact that Brennan's Googling ways to do certain things. It feels very honest to me. Yeah, I don't know. A big chunk of my day is just learning how to use Google well so that I can find information on how to do things. And just kind of learning how to do things better and faster. You know what? I think a yellow hand dryer would be kind of fun. Or, you know what? Everything else in this room is going to be pretty desaturated, so we should kind of do the same thing here. Kind of a beigeish, brownish. Kind of a, yeah, something like that. Okay. So, new layer. We're going to call this chamber. We're going to do folder. Oops. Okay. So you go like that. And let's start kind of blocking out how this is going to look. Let's do some lettering. So I think one of the tricky things about this will be that the lettering will be warped because this rectangle will not be the same proportions as this rectangle. So I think we're going to have to kind of do some wacky stuff with making the letters either squeezed in or stretched out to make it look correct. Okay, let's just try this. Sanitizing. How about that? Try that out. Let's find which bit has the slot. It's going to be this one. So I'm gonna eyeball that. Where was it? Okay, so I think it's this one right here. Around there. So we're gonna do that. All right, let's check it out. Okay, looks pretty good. Oh, it actually looks pretty proportional, doesn't it? Looks great. Cool. Well, we looked out there. It's kind of nice. Let's tweak the slot a little bit. We're going to make it a little bit more narrow. Something like that. Something like that. Let me shave that off. That's pretty good. Yeah, I like that. And we're also going to move this down here. Cool. Looks good. Okay, housing. Let's make a texture here. And right here. Okay. Oh, we forgot this chunk over here. Let's do that. So something you could also do is, since we have this UV map, very conveniently outlining everything, we can wand select it and then expand just a little bit, maybe a little bit more. And the reason we expand it is because the UV map sometimes lets colors bleed in from its neighboring pixels. So to account for that, we expand it a little bit further beyond the UV map boundaries. Okay. Hey, look at that. It's looking pretty good. Okay, let's draw a slot down here. Let's see, I'm just gonna guess. I'm gonna try that out. Oops, wrong side. Let's try that. Okay, not bad. A little bit further. Cool. And now let's shrink it down a little bit. How about that? Pretty good. Yeah, that's close enough. Or, you know what, let's shave it a little bit more. Make it nice and snug. Ooh, that's good. I like that. Cool, cool, cool. I like it. And let's add a little brand name up here. That'd be kind of cool. That's a good spot for it. So we need a name for this thing. How about towel? Infinite towel. Let's find a better font for this. Nah. We could do better than that. It's not bad. I kind of don't like the letter T though. That looks kind of weird. It's pretty good. If this was like less crowded, that would be perfect. Yeah, the handwriting, what do you call it? Handwritten fonts are always kind of a bit of a hit and miss. Some words look good, some words don't look so hot. I really wish this font preview thing was larger, because it's so tiny to see the sample fonts. It's not, it doesn't really work. Ooh, it's pretty good. All right, actually I have an idea. I have a font in mind. Yeah, let's just go with this. It's a nice, safe choice. All right, we'll do it there. So what's kind of nice is that in Blender you can load in a PSD file for the texture, which lets you iterate pretty quickly and kind of wiggling things around and then reloading it in here. I like it. Looks good. I'm kind of curious. Oh wait, actually let's tweak this. And a little margin right there. Do that. I'm curious how it looks if we do a little font resizing. Mouse Fountain says the Mobius towel. It is the Mobius towel. Well, so one of the problems, or one of the snags in making the texture really big and then shrinking it down is that sometimes you'll make something that looks great in this mega high res texture. Then when you shrink it down, certain things become way too tiny to be readable. So I just added this right here, which looks great. But when we shrink it down to like something reasonable, like, I don't know, 512, it becomes oatmeal. You can't read it anymore. Let's try with S24. Okay, it's still doable. I kind of think we should reduce the words here, though. How about that? That's gonna... Oh wait, let's make it a slogan. There we go. So we reduce the amount of words, which lets the words be bigger and lets them be more readable. So that's good. Beautiful. Okay. And you know, I'm wondering if we should have made the sanitizing light be an actual model instead of just a texture. No, you know, let's try doing a texture. I think my feeling is that normal maps let you get away with making a lot less modeling work and kind of lets you jam more detail into just very clever texture work. All right. Okay. Yeah, I think this will work. Okay, you're going to be white. And then we have a rounded corner rectangle. How about a little bit more? Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's make you dark gray instead. Okay. And then next to you, we have a little light. And do that. Select, modify, contract. Okay. The margins are a little bit weird here. Let's shrink these a little bit. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, let's check it out. Okay, let's move the entire thing over. There, that's pretty good. Or I wonder how it would look if it was a bit more balanced. Ooh, yeah, that's nice. So we have a detail over here, detail over here. Yeah, it looks a lot better. Okay, looking good. I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah. In the chat, Resus Brecat says if you remove R and replace it with a comma, it implies they are the only towel option. Our towels, comma, forever. That's really good. I like that. Okay. I think this is pretty good. Okay, what's the next step? Let's work on the towel part. let's see. Open towel. Okay. What should the towel look like? How about a nice off-white color? Or how about a nice blue color? That'd be kind of nice. So we want to make it look like fabric, like a nice terry cloth towel. I have not done that a whole lot before, so let's figure out how to make that work. Well, we could add a nice design to it, like some nice stripes. That'd be kind of fun. Stripe. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of seeing what works here. Edit, fill. Ooh, it's kind of cute. Yeah, I don't know. Let's do the towel later. I'm not really. Nothing's really coming to mind right now. All right, I'm gonna call it a day for today's stream. Cool. Thanks y'all for joining me. Thanks y'all for the suggestions. I really appreciate it, and I'm really happy with how this is turning out. I think it's always nice when a model is extremely low poly, but still has like a strong amount of character and personality, and like is readable. Yeah, that's pretty good. So I think next time we will try to put it in the game, and I think a nice normal map would look really cool in making the edges look like rounded. Give a nice soft look. So I'm pretty excited about that. All right, I will see you all next time. Stay safe and have a good Friday. All right, bye for now.